Hey everyone, and welcome to the club. Today I'll be demonstrating a simple sketch technique by drawing Maui from Disney's Moana. When I'm sketching, I like to use a very soft pencil, so I'll be using a 6B pencil. This is very soft, and what I like to do is just kind of block out the form of my character. So I'm going to start in the head area, and on the side of my pencil, you can see I'm holding it on the side like this. I like to sort of block in the skull, so I'm just going to do a very light sort of circle at the top, just for the skull of the character. Now, Maui's got some very chiseled cheeks, so I'm going to go out to the side and just kind of angle out the sides of the head, coming in towards the jaw. And you can see that I'm going very rough. I'm not actually pressing that hard on the pencil. So I'm just going to block out the bottom of the chin because it's very squared. And then from the cheeks, I'm just going to draw a little curve going across, just to sort of line up the eyes. Now from here, I'm just going to block out the rest of the body. So right here, I'm just going to draw a little curve for the chest, and then just the sides of the chest here, and then just the body. And then on the top, the shoulders sort of round out from the sides of the head, going out. And in the middle here, I'm just going to draw a little faint line down the center of my head, and then just block out two curves for the hair. So you can see it's very, very basic. It's not very detailed at all. Then I start to layer in the detail as I go. So in the middle of the head, I'm just going to draw in two little circles. Again, using that same side pencil technique. Just block in two round circles. Underneath, I'm just going to draw in an oval for the nose, and then just on the sides, a little bit more defined nostrils. And then up here, I'm going to draw in a curve for the mouth, going across this way, going up on the sides, and then the lip kind of comes up almost towards the bottom of the nose, coming down on the sides of the mouth, bottom of the mouth here. And now I can start to go in and sort of reshape the head to fit around the mouth. So I'm going to go down a little bit wider, coming across the bottom, going up on the sides. Right here's the widow's peak, so I'm just going to come in on an angle. He's got some hair coming down this way, just like that. Now I know with the camera and the lighting, it's very hard to see all the lines that I've done, so I'm just going to go back over this with a slightly heavier hand, just going in and just defining the shapes a little bit more. Just tracing this out and just using very short strokes as I go. Down along the nose, I'm just going to go around like this, and then at the top, going across. Define the nostrils a little bit more, top of the mouth, going up. Up here it's got a little bit of a smile line on the sides, coming down, across the bottom. Then I'm going to start blocking in the eyebrows, so just curving along the top, up here. And you can go a little bit thicker because the eyebrows are quite dark. Going up in the middle for the frown line, up like that. Now I'm going to start detailing in some of the wrinkles on the forehead. Go around the cheeks along the bottom, and then the smile line that goes across like that. Now I'm going to go in and just block out the teeth, just the shapes of the teeth. I'm not going to add any detail here. The bottom teeth, tongue goes across like this. I'm just going to shade in the inside edge of the mouth just a little bit, just to get my values in there. Going back down towards the chin. You see I'm just using building blocks. You see these lines are my building blocks for forming this character. On the side he's got an ear, comes across like that. On this side, do the same thing, just a couple scribbles inside the ear. And then up here, I'm going to draw in just a little bit of the widow's peak, coming across like that. A few little curls, coming out from the center, and just waving out the hair. So it's got really curly hair, going across like that, going over the shoulders, just draw a little bit of the back of the arm. Now the necklace goes underneath the chin, so I'm just going to draw in a curve, very rough. He's got some pendants that sort of hang down like this, so I'm just using some various shapes just to block this in. Couple little teeth across like that. And then the chest. Again, I'm just going to go back, defining the chest, sides of the body, draw in just a little bit of the bicep here, that. Okay, so now here it's starting to take some shape. I'm going to go back over it again for a third time, slightly heavier. I'm going to draw in some pupils, just darken that in, kind of looking down. So I'll put that at the bottom of the eyes, and then just start to shape around the eyes again. Around the top of the nose, here on the side of the nostril, and going back over the eyebrow, going back up, again, around the top of the mouth here. And as I'm going, I'm going to start to steepen the angle of my pencil. So I started off almost horizontal this way. Now I'm starting to angle it upwards this way. So I get a little bit more of the tip of my pencil jaw, again, a bit heavier. Now you can start to see some of that detail of the character coming through. It's about building your strong foundation of your drawing first before you get into the detail. Add some more curls, and you can see that I'm going a little bit heavier with the curls. Go out this way. Now the shoulders, again going a little bit heavier. And if you have straight lines, that's okay. You can always go back and erase them if you want, but I kind of like to leave all my straight lines in there, kind of makes it feel natural. Over the necklace, start to define the shapes here. So this one kind of looks like a big tooth. And a couple of the strings. A tooth here. And you can always change the shape of these little pendants as you go, because the darker the lines will sort of cover up some of the mistakes or some of the straight lines going across like that. Go back over and draw on the top of the lip. Go on the bottom here, bottom chin, bottom lip there. We go in and just shade in the top lip just a little. Now from this point, I kind of like to block in some of the shading in the valley. So up above the eyes, I'm just going to shade in the upper eyelids just a little, just to get the shading up there. Underneath the chin, just going to go across it using the side of my pencil, just lightly shading that in. I'll do that on the side of the body here, under the arm, under the chest, side of the arm. We'll go in over the hair as well, just in certain areas. You don't have to do everything right now. It just kind of helps you sort of imagine what this could look like in the end. And some more hair coming down here. Getting to the side of my pencil. Over on this side as well. Now I'm going to go back in and just use a regular grip for my pencil and start detailing this out. So I'm going to start with my eyes. Just kind of shape around. Just kind of working my way around. And it's nice to have these little straight lines because it helps to add a little bit of shading to your lines. Going in and just blocking out that pupil, coloring it in dark, so you get a nice definition. Up here I'm just going to draw the top of the nose, a little curve like that, along the bottom, just square it off like this. I'm just going to thicken up the bottom edge of the nose, just to give a little bit of shading. And out here, the nostrils kind of flare downwards. I'm just going to pull that around. Eyes, and just shading this as I go a little bit, and then going in towards the eyebrows. And up in the middle, and again going over this. Really thick on the eyebrow, and then going up. I kind of like to go back over my shading and just kind of define the shadow areas above the eyes. Here. Again, I'm going to go in and just darken up the upper lip. Work down the side of the mouth. Separate the teeth. And then going up and just drawing the top row of teeth here. So I split the middle, draw a little bit of gum there. Round out the bottoms of the teeth. layer the teeth in. So I'm drawing the teeth in a little bit shorter as they come out towards the side of the mouth. I'm just feathering the teeth on the sides as they go up towards the top. Here, like that. Blocking the tongue, center of the tongue, towards the side. And then going in and just coloring the inside part of the mouth, the dark areas. Chin, bottom lip, that. Side here, he's got a little bit of a smile line, a little bit of wrinkle on the side. That. Now that I can clearly see the detail in the face, I can start to adjust the shape of the head. So I'm going to drop the chin down a little bit further, so coming down to about here, and then working up the sides. These straight lines that I had before, they kind of act like shading just underneath the chin, so that's okay. It sort of blends in, and the darker lines will sort of overpower those lines. Sides. Draw some of the wrinkles on the forehead here, and a couple curls, and shade those in as well. I like to go back over and just kind of complete some of the shading work as I go. Drawing a little bit of shadow underneath the hair, so it kind of casts a shadow over the face. And then going back up here and drawing in some of the hair up towards the ears. And then going back again and just shading in the inside part of the ear to the outside of the hair. And just kind of brushing it up, sort of blending it upwards. On this side, do the same. So just a little wiggle on the sideburn. And again, just shading that in, the inside of the ear. And then going back up to the top, and I'm just going to define some of the hair, some of the curls that I had up here. Just going a little bit heavier, and drawing some more on the inside, and down the side of the body here. It's okay if you don't go perfect on the curls. I like to overlap them so it kind of looks like the hair sort of knotted, sort of overlapping each other. Just start to shade the bottom areas, sort of defining some of the bigger curls. Do some on this side as well. Shading that in. I'm going into the shoulders. The shoulders kind of get pulled in on the side to the arms. Now from here, I'm just going to go back in and just darken up the hair. So using the side of my pencil. And if you're worried about smudging your drawing as you go, you can always put a piece of paper here, put your hand on top so it doesn't smudge, but I'm just going to lift my hand up and just quickly, just roughly go over this with the side of my pencil. Now I'm going to go in and just define the necklace. So working around with the sharp point of my pencil. Now I don't have to draw a perfect curve all around the neck. It kind of looks nice if you just do these short sort of curves, just interconnected curves in between. You can have little gaps in between if you like, but start to build up the detail as you go. And here, I'm just going to draw a couple knots, little wiggles just going across, and then start to define some of the pendants. And you shade it as I go along the bottom, and add some ropes going across like this. And after I do the ropes, I like to go in and just add a little bit of a drop shadow and just shape these little pendants. So on the outside edge, just darkening up the edge and leave it light in the inside so it looks like the light is casting on that. Here I'll just add a little attachment. Rope a little bit. Here I'll add a little tooth. Shading the bottom edge. just shading the bottom edge to make it look like it's rounded. Then going back in. Top, tooth going up this way. Round that out a little bit at the end. Little tooth on the side here going up. Going back and just defining this rope a little bit more. Here behind the hair. Going to start shading the bottom edge of the neck. A little bit dark, the head's casting a shadow on the upper part of the chest just behind the necklace. And I'm going to start to cast a shadow from these pendants onto the body. So underneath here, I'm imagining the light coming down in this direction, so it's going to cast a shadow on the opposite side. And here, just blocking this in for now. Going in and just adjusting the chest. Nice hard curve going across with the bottom edge of the chest, and then rounding out the side of the chest here. Doing a little wrinkle here on the side. So the inside part of the bicep, just going out. Going in and just shading. So I want to show that the belly's sort of sticking up, so this is going to catch a lot more of the light, and the chest is going to cast a shadow over the belly, and you'll see a lot of the shadow coming down this way now. On the side of the body, on the arms again, the arms turning this way, starting at the bottom, the thick shadow, and then just blending it out as I go up. And the same on this side, from the corner of the armpit. And then the final step, I usually like to go in with a harder pencil. So I got a 2B pencil here. I'm just gonna go over and just define some of these lines a little bit more. Just around the eyes, because this is the focal point. Darken up the pupil, and just work my way around again. Just cleaning up some of these straight lines, darkening up the eyes, the cheeks. Just rounding up the edge of the nose. Part of the lip, just cleaning that up, and right above the teeth here, across, I'm just going to darken that up just a little bit more, going and just cleaning up the edge of the tongue. Around the perimeter of the body, around some of the detail around the chest. Do the same with some of these pendants. If you want to just clean them up a little bit, you just go back over the lines, darken them up, just crisp up some of the corners and the points. And then same thing with the rope. I'm just going in, maybe add a couple extra little knots in there. And then finally going back over and just darkening up the hair. So again, using the side of my pencil, make the hair really dark. like, you can go back over, grab an eraser and just erase some of these stray lines up along the top. But I wouldn't go too heavy with this, because some of the lines inside create a lot of character for your drawing. And if you got like a lot of sort of like faded areas up here, you can just sort of erase those out. Splotchy areas up here. Clean off some of the eyebrow areas, make them a little bit thicker. And that's pretty much it. You can continue to add more detail if you like, but I like to leave it sort of in the sketch form. I hope you enjoyed today's sketch demonstration. If you did, please subscribe to our channel and let us know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.